But I will wake up in the middle of the night and cry.
Wow.
When I finish crying, I will not stand up and walk around my room and be saying, Debby, move on.
Wow.
This person has moved on. I'm serious.
No.
I have say shege. Oh, they should be pepe.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Betty Oduwosu, and in today's video I have with me a beautiful guest. I am not doing the video alone, so we're going to be talking about something very important, something that I'm also keen on. I'm very particular about. It is friendship, and I have Debby with me, who will be introducing herself to you all that may not know her.
My name is Debbie Sharon Ojo. I'm a writer. I write scripts, I write short stories, I write anything within the spheres of writing, and I'm a couple of other things, well, stuff like that.
Just before we go on, just to let you know that I'm going to be putting links to some of our books after this video, just so that you can read some of our amazing works, because she really is a good writer and I want you to just have a glimpse of what it is that she can do. So straight to today's video, Debbie, we're talking about friendships, right? So I want you to just talk about what friendship means to you and how important it is for young people to actually have meaningful friendships in this present age and time.
Okay, yeah, well, friendship to me means a whole lot of things. Friendship to me means safety. I want to feel safe. I don't ever want to have fear that, oh, you're going to backstab me, or I can't talk about something. I don't want to know how bad what I did was. I want to have somebody I can tell that, hey,
without any feeling of, oh,
I don't mess up. Oh, this. I don't have the fear of being judged. I don't have I'm just so comfortable. I can say anything. And friendship generally to people, I feel like friendship is what everybody needs. And I feel like the more you grow, the more you get to know this, because we hear a lot of times, even as teenagers, we heard then that, oh, you don't need a lot of friends. Oh, you don't even need friends. You can be a loner. You can't do life alone. The more I just figured that the more I grow, the more I realize I really can't do life alone. And you just need to have your people, your tribe. They don't have to be many, but you need to have those people that they are like your backbone. No matter what you're falling, you have them to fall on, and to support you. People that, even if you're growing ahead of them, they're very comfortable and they're so excited for you. They're like, let's go. It's not like, you got a deal and you're so scared. Oh, if I tell this person, when this person feels somehow, somebody I can call that guy, this is that's it though, and the person's like, oh yeah, we are so excited together. I mean, that's friendship for me, and I think that's very important. Everybody needs that.
I just love your definition so much of friendship. I love your definition of friendship so much. In fact, from all that you have said, I've been able to pick a lot of things that would be things you look out for someone. I mean, you mentioned safety, you mentioned the fact that, oh, you should be able to feel comfortable around them. And I just want you to be specific now. What are some of the things that you look out for in a person before you can say, oh, this person is my friend, or I can call this person my friend?
Take me serious on this. But for me, emotional intelligence is very important, because naturally I'm a very sarcastic person, and if you don't really understand me, you will take offense at every single thing. So for people that are not my friends, I usually have that issue, because I'll say something and the person goes like, they're wondering, where did that come from? It didn't come from anywhere. I just said it. So when I notice the emotional intelligence in someone, and I like smart people a lot.
Okay.
I love smart people. I love people who I don't really have to explain a lot of things. You just get me. You get, like, you just get who I am. You get my essence. You get what I live for. And another thing I look out for is purpose. You're not just living your life anyhow. You know where you're headed, you know where you're going, you know what the next 5 years of your life should look like, you know what you're working towards. Oh my god, I love goal-driven people. I'm like, we can't do life together, because at some point you just need people that you can cheer each other on. So there's something to cheer each other for. Like, I can't wait for it to become the latest CEO, So I love things like that.
I love that. I really love that. And this will lead me to my next question now. I mean, you mentioned the qualities of that you love to see in people that you call your friends. Now, how do you handle differences in friendship? How do you handle differences? Now, I'm going to ask you this question that I know is in the mind of quite a number of people, because I mean, I know you. We are in the same world. I've heard quite a number of things. Now, I want to, based on differences, let's even start from religious differences. I know you have friends that are Muslims.
Right,
You have friends,
yes.
and they are quite close. People see you all together. Now, how do you manage religious differences? Because people believe that at some point in time, I believe that there are people who manage their relationships so well, regardless of these differences. So, for you now, how do you manage differences? Religious differences, perspective, opinions, different other kinds of differences. How do you manage these differences?
I think it boils down to understanding the core of who you are. Like, you have to understand the core of who your friend is or your friends are, and I think that works for me because that's what I fall back to when I see the differences. Like, myself and this person are quite different on this in this area. What goes on in my head is, at the core, you're a good person. Do you get? At the core of it, you're a nice person. At the core of it, you're a kind person. Do you get? I have friends who are Muslims and we are very close. And a lot of people ask me the same question: how do I do it? Because I'm very serious with God. Jesus, I know they use you play.
Jesus, girl.
I'm a Jesus baby for life. But I mean, what makes our friendship work is the fact that they're also very serious with God. Even as they are of the opposite religion, they are very serious with God, and funny enough, we help each other a lot spiritually. Do you understand? I can easily call my friends and say, let's fast today, and all of us are up for it. Do you get? I play in my way, I pray rather in my way, and they do.
pray.
Yes, and all of us are praying for the same thing. So personality differences, I still go back to understanding. And then there's something that goes on in my head when it comes to friendship. It takes so long for me to make someone my friend. But once I make you my friend, in my head, I'm like, we're doing this life together. So even when there's a conflict, I'm like, see this thing, we settle it. Because we just know that we have to keep going. We just have to keep going. And the reality is, so far I've seen, when you have conflicts for some time, at some point you come to a place where you've just really understood each other to a very large extent that the conflicts just get very limited. It's almost like you're not even fighting over anything anymore. And I think that's it.
And I love the fact that from everything you have mentioned, I can just sum it up as commitment. Because
Yes.
I feel the same energy to go into romantic relationships. A lot of people feel like, oh, just because something is not working, or we just had this argument as friends and that's the end, I go on to look for another friend. That's why sometimes I see the way people use bestie these days, and I'm like, because just one small argument with somebody like this, boom, you're off to finding another friend, you're off to finding another bestie. So I love the fact that you said, it's about understanding and also being committed that, okay, no matter what it is, I have chosen you as my friend, and whatever happens, we must find a solution, we must find, a common ground to make this work. I love that. Now to another interesting question here. Have you ever felt betrayed in a friendship before?
Oh my days. Oh my God.
Have you ever experienced betrayal? Because me personally, I have experienced betrayal in a friendship, and it's really even painful that it comes from from who you least expect it from. So have you ever experienced betrayal?
Oh yes, I have. Not once.
Wow.
Not twice. Not thrice.
Wow.
I have seen shege. Oh, they should be pepper without onions and tomatoes. Raw pepper like this. I mean, it's been a roller coaster for me, and I think I just figured recently that the reason I had to go through all that was because I didn't know how to maximize or minimize my space. I realized that I was just this person that was a nice person. I'm just drawn
Everybody
to you.
should also be nice to you.
My mom told me something once. She said it in Yoruba and I'll say it. She said, "Ha, Feromi, okoyo mora, oda bo go." In the sense that you expect everybody to love you the way you love them. And that thing hits me differently when it happened to me by someone I least expect. I did not even see it coming from. And it made me realize, Mama was right. Because at the end of the day, you can love people with the whole of your heart, and they may not love you that much, and doesn't make them bad people. It's just that they don't love you that much, and you have to deal with it. That okay, I can go to the extreme ends for this person, but this person will not move it. You have to deal with it. That okay, it doesn't mean they're bad people. They just don't really care for you that much. And the last one was, it really broke me to pieces. It took me so long to get myself back together because I'd invested. That was the point. I invested so much in that friendship, so much of emotion, so much of availability, and it just felt like this person was just like next.
Wow.
That's how it was. And
I can only imagine how you must have felt. I mean,
ooh, it was a lot. I would wake up in the middle of the night and cry.
wow.
When I finish crying, I wanna stand up and walk around my room and be saying, "Baby, move on.
Wow.
This person has moved on. I'm serious." It
Now
was
I understand
that
why
crazy.
they say friendship breakups usually hit
Hey,
the most.
the most. That relationship breakup, because when you break up with your boyfriend, you still call on your friends. Like,
Yeah, you have people to go back to
get-
and help you move on. But
when your friend breaks your heart, oh my god, it's a roller coaster. It took me so long. The funny thing is, I'm actually still in my healing process, because right now I'm still in that phase where I'm like, somebody's coming close. I'm like, hey,
hey, I don't want the same thing that
Hey.
happened before to happen again.
leave me, oh, because I can't do this again. I can't imagine going through this pain again, because I feel like I'll just die. Because literally, it affected my health. It affected a lot. I was a mad person. I would wake up in the middle of the night because I saw how she moved on very fast. Like, it was more like, you know, that vibe of I did it and so
You to
that-
move on.
you to
Like-
move on now. That was the whole vibe I got, and I was like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and walk around the house. She has moved on, move on, move on. And it was crazy. And the fact that almost everybody knew it together. So it was like everybody was asking, yeah, you and this person, how far? Every time anybody asked me that question, I'm like,
And it's almost like every time that question is asked, it's like it opens
everything
all
up.
over again.
Because I'm like, no, don't ask me. Don't ask her. Because I know that both of us, we have, at least to a large extent, we have some similarities. So even if they had asked her, I don't know if they've asked her, but even if they had asked her, I should have done the same thing and not answer. Because we're both on that level of loyalty. So I know that even though we're not friends, there's that place of I can be so
Respect,
sure
yes.
that there are some things she wouldn't just say about me. There's some things I wouldn't just say about her. It's just there.
So what are some of the lessons you would say you have learned from this, experience of betrayal in friendship?
I just learned to expect nothing from anybody. That was my major lesson. Because I feel like you get disappointed when you expect. For real, if there's no expectation, there's no disappointment. So even if there's no expectation and they don't really show up for you or turn up for you, you're not so pained, because in the first place, you're really expecting anything. But when you've placed so much expectation on a person, like, oh, this person should be able to do this, and then they don't do it. Yeah. Oops. So that's one lesson. Another lesson is I learned that friendship going forward for me is I want it with people that are like me. So that when I do some things or say some things or I'm in some errors, they are able to understand. We're not just clashing. People that understand commitment the way I understand commitment. People that are willing to stick. Yeah, that's the word. Because the Bible says there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And if you check the Bible, God introducing the Holy Spirit, He introduced him as a friend. Not even as a sister, not as a brother, not as a father, as a friend. That means friendship to God means a lot. A lot of commitment, a lot of I dare for you. So I just learned that going forward, I want people that are like-minded.
Wow. I don't know why the thing is still touching me, like I'm still so surprised.
Oh, they show me Shagiro.
Oh goodness me. You've said the lessons that you learned now. Now I want you to give the same, what would you say to someone that is watching now and is also struggling to maintain friendship? There are some people that have zeroed their minds on friendship. Like you said before, they've shut the door, maybe because of past experiences. They are just like, I'm not open to friendship. So even if someone is being genuine, someone offering friendship to them that is genuine and all, they see it as no, you're just like everybody else. What would you say to someone like that?
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like the very first step is to allow yourself to heal. And the healing will not happen in one day. Like it took me a year plus, and it's still taking me. I'm still on it. So the healing will not happen in one day. So allow yourself that space to feel that pain. Allow yourself to feel that pain, because I realized that pain is something that when you don't express it, you pour it into some other things that you will regret later. So allow yourself to just, don't pour it into anything. Allow yourself to feel it so that you can let it go.
And I mean, acknowledge and admit to the fact that actually it's there. Because some people try to deny that, okay, this thing is there, it's not there.
It's there. And then one thing you can help to heal is admit your own wrongs in what happened. Because whenever there's a conflict, it's not just one-sided. It's not like this person just did you bad. There was something you also did. Personally, that worked for me. I kept telling myself, were you safe? This thing I did was wrong. But then this person took it too far. But this, that. But I had to tell myself that I was also wrong. So be mature enough to tell yourself that you were wrong. You had your wrongs. And don't shut out. Don't shut people out. Don't feel like, oh, nobody's going to love me, or I don't want to love anybody, I don't want to befriend anybody, I just want to. You can't do life alone. That's reality. You need some phone numbers that are on emergency dial. If anything is wrong, if anything is happening, even if it's 3 a.m., I can pick up my phone and say, guy, I'm outside your house. You get, you need people like that. So yeah, and be comfortable. Yes, be very comfortable with not having a lot of friends, because if you're somebody like me that I had 1,001 friends. Everybody was my friend. Until everybody started doing like this, and I felt like God did like this by himself, because that was what I told myself to say, because I reflected on a lot of things, and I was like, it felt like God was telling me a long time ago, let these people go, they are not your people. But I felt like person, yeah, I like this person. So it felt like it felt like God just did like this by himself. Like, you do like this. I was pained by me. Now I'm happy they're gone. For real, I'm very happy they're gone. They were just not meant for me. So be very comfortable with not having a lot of friends. And until you find your people, don't force anything with anybody. Don't force. Friendship happens neutrally. Like, it just flows. It just grows. Like, step by step.
And also, I feel like when it's forced, also it becomes one-sided, because the energy would always be one-sided. The other person will always be like, okay, I don't even want to do this thing in the first place.
You came in the first place. Oh yeah.
So please,
I've been told that line before. I've been told that line before.
So please don't force friendship. I mean, Debbie has said a lot of things. Be comfortable in not having, friendship is important. You can't do life alone. But at the same time, I think it should be more of quality and not the quantity when it comes to your friendship. So take note of that. Debbie, is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, nothing. Please read my book when you get there.
Definitely, we're going to be putting the link. She has a lot of books already, so there's so many you can binge read. Don't worry about that. So before you go, I'd love you to make a shout out to some of your friends, and also you could also just say one or two things about what you love about them.
Oh my God, do I have to call their names?
Maybe not if you want to.
Okay, shout out to Dolapo, my love. She's amazing. And the Dolapo is that, when they say friends that hold you down, yeah, she's that friend that holds me down. Like, we make very crazy decisions together, plans that we don't know how we're going to achieve it. We're going to do this. So I love that about her. Shout out to Bola, my love. Oh my God, I just love Bola with all of my heart. Like, she has my heart. She has everything. I can't stay angry at Bola for so long. I just realized that. Never you did. But yeah, shout out to you. You're an amazing person. You are a very sweet friend. That's the word for you. You are sweet. And I have a couple of friends. I don't think I'll be able to mention all of them. But all of you are so important to me. That's the word. All of you are very, very important to me. And I love every single one of you. Thank you.
And that is it, guys. Debbie really loves you, and I also love you. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I do hope you've been able to pick one or two lessons, and if you have done that, kindly let us know in the comments. We would be reading. Do not forget to like the video, share with your friends, share with people that you believe really need to hear some of the things that have been shared here. And until next week, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.